What's up, everybody? Welcome to another It Came from Facebook. Today we're looking at Orlando, Florida. Orlando, Florida, somewhat near and dear to my heart. I spent some of my childhood there, ages like 3 to 13. I lived in the beautiful Sunshine State. I think that's what they call Florida. Anyways, let's take a look at some cursed motorcycle listings. All right, it wouldn't be Florida if we didn't start off with a Gixxer. This is a 2002 period correct chromed out stretched Gixxer sitting on top of plywood. You got the two chairs in the back and the hammock in the back. You guys know that these gentlemen, whoever owns this bike, gets this group of friends, gets a beer, they sit down in the hammock, they get nice and snuggly together, grab a couple beers, and they just think, wow, we really did something here, didn't we? So the seller says, '02 Suzuki Gixxer Telefonica. Running good, low miles, all chrome frame, nice bike, hit me up, trades, same value, welcome, mainly cars. Interesting. Single-sided brake here, stretched. This was clearly a drag bike. Must have been a drag bike or some sort of highway roll racer, perhaps. But the chromed everything is just super, super early 2000s. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love the cheeseball factory early 2000s. Looks like a movie that would, or it looks like a bike that would have been featured in the movie Torque or Biker Boys or something like that. $5,500 is a ridiculous price for it, but yeah, I don't know. It's like once you've modified a bike so far beyond what it should be like this, it can be difficult to ascertain what the value ought to be. So we're going to give this one a 4 out of 10 and keep it moving. Here we go. The faraway shot of a Gixxer. 2005 Suzuki Gixxer, $3,500. Says 2005 Gixxer 600, runs smooth, needs tires. Now, anybody that has a listing, it takes a photo this far away. This is like 20 feet away from this motorcycle. I can barely see what the hell is going on with this thing. You know it's just not good news. It's next to this godforsaken Volkswagen here that looks all modified and beat to hell too. So let's see, we have a little video here. Flicks the key. It starts and runs. Went down on it. Not a good sign. Both sides. Oh, no. Oh, I don't mean to laugh, but I didn't expect that. Motor sounds healthy, though, honestly. So I wish we had more photos. That video was very helpful, though. To be honest, it was better than having a bunch of other photos, so it helps anyways. But that was kind of funny. It was one side low-sided, goes around the low side on the other side. So we have a double low-sided Suzuki Gixxer from 2005, $3,500. Maybe. I mean, it does run. It starts and idled and did everything it needed to do. But I think for me, maybe $3,000 is a more appropriate value because it is crashed on both sides. So even if you wanted to buy this thing, turn it into a track bike, whatever it is, gonna have to do a little bit of work. So 6 out of 10 on this listing. We're gonna keep it moving. Have you ever wondered how the hell does this guy get so many sweet ass bikes and just gives them away to people? Well, it's because there are thousands of people just like you on YamiNoob.co supporting this show. This is one of the biggest independent motorcycle shows on YouTube that is not corporately owned. It's just me and a small team of people. So if you want to support what we do here, become a member over on YamiNoob.co. And my way of saying thanks is giving you the chance to win motorcycles just like this. You'll also get access to exclusive behind the scenes content, Discord server, and live streams with me where you can literally hang out, ask me questions, and do whatever you want. Hit that link down below on YamiNoob.co and become a member today and support what we do on the show. Thank you so much for watching. Now let's get back into the show. Well, what do we have here? A beautiful listing. 2012 Yamaha FZ1. Mint 2012 Yamaha FZ1. Yoshimura exhaust. ECU tuned by V-Cycle nut. Quick shifter. Full K-Tech suspension. Front and rear. Shorty levers and windscreen. No dents or scratches. Excellent shape. Super clean as well. Will not disappoint. Any questions, feel free to ask. Not in any rush to sell and don't mind keeping the bike either. Cash only. Clean title in hand. No trade. This guy knows what he has. What a great little motorcycle, man. If you are in the market for a nice, torquey, 1000cc, do anything motorcycle, heck, this, honestly, with this windscreen, this ergonomic setup, awesome sport touring bike. You can do a lot with Yamaha FZ1s. 22,000 miles is actually kind of low for these bikes. They will go forever. All you got to do is valves. So I love these bikes. Really, really good. This is a clean example. Yes, it's a 12-year-old motorcycle at this point, and it kind of shows you're like, okay, it's a little bit long in the tooth, but honestly, dude, it's a pretty good bike. FZ1, this is great. This is a good find. 4,200 is actually relatively fair for it because it is so clean. Updated suspension, everything pretty good on it. I would have loved to have seen a video where it's actually running, but I guarantee you it runs just fine. And I went out to the Yamaha Champ School one time, and one of the instructors, Chris Paris, he has a Yamaha FZ1 that he rips out on the track, and you'd be amazed at how quickly you can ride those too. They actually work really, really well. So this one, solid 9 out of 10, really nice listing. Let's keep it rolling. Here we go, baby! Florida never disappoints. $10,800 Suzuki Hayabusa. If you see this post, it's available. I won't answer to that. Read the post before, please. Hayabusa 2014 clean Title 1 owner bike was used for the street for riding, and then owner decided to do a track bike with it. Yeah, it definitely looks like a drag bike. Carrozzeria wheels. We have the brake delete up at the front, sidewinder, flat crank pan, aluminum subframe. This guy got serious with it. Wago quick axis clutch cover, evil swing arm, 6-inch to 10-inch, has some scratches. Bike fell over on the right hand, not frame damage, just scratched the fender. The owner on what he wants for it, title in hand, bike ran 8.5, constantly just reflash and pump gas. Wow, I mean, clean Busa drag bike. But again, this is the case I tell you guys that it's the type of motorcycle that you have to be a very specific kind of buyer for it, right? So lots of choice parts on this thing. This looks like a pretty well set up Hayabusa used for drag racing. We have a video component. Showing off the damage, that's nice. It seems to work well. I think the only issue with this motorcycle is it's incredibly purpose-built, right? It's going to be really difficult to sell a motorcycle that's super, super dedicated and focused like this just because it just isn't for everybody, you know? That's why it's much easier to sell standard, normal, somewhat clean stock motorcycles in the kind of 400 to 900 cc range. Those are going to be your bread and butter. So, clean Busa. Great to see a Busa, but ultimately, we're gonna have to pass on this one. All right, this one definitely caught my attention. 2001 America Iron Horse Tejas. This looks like some sort of custom chopper, custom cruiser thing, a biblically sized motor. American Iron Horse Chopper. It has an S&S 113 motor, 240 rear wheel, has been sitting for a while. New battery needs carb clean to run. Not sure the mileage. I will check when I get home. But you are home. You took a photo. It's got the gator seat, too. I love the gator seat. This looks like a giant cowboy boot right here. If you squint and if you were on drugs, it looks like a squishy black cowboy boot right there. You'll love to see it. I don't know why people think that they can get away with selling a bike when the carbs aren't clean. Just clean the carbs. If it's that easy, just clean the carbs, put a new battery in it, and then get it sold, rather than sitting around and not having it be able to start up and all that. Also, what on earth is this tie-down job? What is this? What are you doing? What is this? Why are you using... What is this, dude? It's just on one side only as well. I don't like to see that. But again, this thing probably weighs 800 or 900 pounds, so you got to be careful how you tie it down. Look at this. Look at this rat's nest over here. That's not how you want to do it. $5,100 for this POS, to be honest, is quite high. It's a 23-year-old motorcycle. This bike is not only old enough to vote, it's old enough to understand the consequences of its votes, which is really something, which ultimately is nothing because your votes don't matter, really. And this is the type of bike that I would happily pass on. But again, highly specialized bikes, can't find a good buyer for them. We got to keep it moving. We come here to a very interesting situation. A 2006 Suzuki Hayabusa that's inside of a home. We have a video as well, a 27-second video. Why is this Busa inside someone's house? You don't want to do that. This is the strangest. You can tell this is like a single man lives here or a man with some roommates, because I tell you what, no woman would abide by this. Having 3 motorcycles next to the kitchen, which looks like 2 Hayabusas next to each other and a dirt bike. So interesting taste. Seller says 26,000 miles. Se cambia que hay preferible pickup la motora tiene mucho invertido. Maybe they're saying you got to come and pick it up with a pickup truck because it may not run. I'm not sure. But yeah, we only have 1 photo to go off of. This is quite odd, but I love a white Busa with the clean kanji on the side. It's chef's kiss. Beautiful thing. Weird listing. Weird energy from this listing. The fluorescent light, the bikes inside, the tile floors, the weird video, the shaky camera. I got a weird vibe from this one, I'm not gonna lie. So just on that alone, I don't think I'd want to go and check it out, because I like having all of my internal organs inside of my body. I think if you were to go here, you might get the little snip, wake up in the bathtub full of ice, says thanks for the kidney, because it's freaking me out a little bit. So I would pass on this one just because I value life and limb. Let's keep it moving. There are more stretched, cursed motorcycles in Florida than I think anywhere else I've ever seen, and this photo kind of exemplifies it to me. 2013 ZX14R, stretched roll race bike, drag bike sort of thing. Big old swing arm on it, because you gotta be careful in the ZX14, because it just likes to pitch the front wheel like crazy. You never know. Ported head, power commander, air shifter, billet oil pump housing, Brock's headers and side Wonder exhaust, probably Winder, 11-inch Macintosh swing arm, GDI racing chain, Shinko hookup tire. So clearly a roll racer or a drag racer of some description or predilection. It's relatively clean. It's a 11-year-old motorcycle at this point. We have a video component here. Looks like it's just showing off the ride. I thought maybe we'd get to hear it turn on, but maybe not. It's clean. I mean, the plastics are in good shape. The bike looks clean, but again, highly specialized thing. Unless you're going drag racing, doing a bunch of crazy stuff with your motorcycle, I'm not sure who's going to pick this up. Not for $9,500 too. That can get you a whole lot of clean bike for the money. But maybe in Florida, these stretched cursed bikes change hands quite often. But for me, it's difficult to imagine a very stretched motorcycle changing hands like this. So we're going to rate this one a 6 out of 10. And I think we have time for 2 more motorcycles. All right, folks, here's an interesting listing. We have a 1967 Triumph Bobber / Rat / Chopper. Wow, a 67. That is an almost 60-year-old motorcycle at this point. Whoa, I'm scared. Holy crap. That put the fear of God into me. Little Skelly boy right there, just spooking out to life. Gosh, I don't even know how you could stand to put something like that. Spider pattern on the seat here. Rusted out tank. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the front end, Springer front end, rides beautifully, folks. Let me tell you, that's going to be a good little ride right there. Let's see what this seller says. $4,000 gets it done for this thing. Fun little bike, Springer front end, front disc brake setup, which is not completely installed, but have all the parts. Ugh. Hardtail, runs, see video, and has clean title. That is shocking. Has matching painted tank, as in pigs, but needs to be sealed from old gas being left in there, creating rust, etc. So it's using a different tank in the meantime. Kick only and fires up within 3 kicks. Rare ARD magneto system, dual rebuilt Mikuni carburetors, add-on speedo that kinda works. Might be a cable issue. Speedo kinda works. I mean, this isn't the bike where I think I'd be breaking any speeding laws with it, but wow, that looks like a rat's nest if I ever saw it. But this is an interesting little motorcycle. Someone definitely put a lot of time and energy and effort into this little rat bike. This is so funny. Look at this disc brake. This is like ancient disc technology or something like that. I love the spider pattern on the seat. This is a real weird find. This is some shade tree surgeon, weird Florida energy type of stuff. This is kind of freaking me out a little bit. You have to imagine that this is a proper Florida machine. Let's check out the video, shall we? Hey, look at it running. Oh, the weird little light. Oh, this thing's weird, dude. It looks like a total death trap. It looks like one of those wires that just pop off and you just die. Very interesting little motorcycle. Maybe it's worth $4,000. It's a 1967. I have no idea what this thing is worth. Bikes that are this old kind of follow a weird thing where you're like, well, are they worth a lot? Are they worth nothing? Nobody really knows, to be honest. So this one, we're going to give a 7 out of 10, and we're going to find the final bike in Orlando, Florida. All right, everybody, the final one, a 2023 Demon X. I've never heard of this thing, a Demon X. Maybe some sort of brand of scooter. It certainly looks like a demon. It looks like something that you'd see in Doom that comes at you at full speed and you have to just punch away with a gun. For sale, trade for Car Raptor 350 or YZ 450. Nobody is going to trade a YZ 450 for this thing. Because what the hell even is this thing? A Demon X. Some cursed random little scooter. Maybe has more information than I'm aware of, but with the 2 photos, this is a sad, weird little scooter that is pretty Florida appropriate. Not quite Cleveland Mad Max level, but we're close, to be honest. We're pretty close. But folks, that's going to wrap up the It Came From Facebook for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had some fun with me today. Let me know what city you'd like me to go visit next and what crazy listings you think are going to be in your local market. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Keep watching, Gabby! No!